Hello everyone, this is 05 and welcome to the Global Mass Central Toy Review. And today's toy review, we're looking at the 2010 release by Hasbro of the Marvel Universe action figure review. And today's action figure review, we're looking at series number 3, figure number 3 of the World War Hawk. Now, I got this straight from A269, who sent this as a gift from the US, shipped all the way to Malaysia. So thank you very much, A269. Go check out his channel down there. The link is down there. He posts a lot of toy reviews, a lot of variety of toys. So thank you again. So let's take a look at the front part of the packaging itself of the World War Hawk. Rather big packaging, as you can see here. Now the top section there, you've got the nicer artwork of the World War Hawk himself, wearing part of this armor itself and carrying a sword and a shield on the other side. Here we have the new shield logo, very nicely done, and inside the packaging itself we got the really humongous World War Hawk figure, and he has a lot of accessories which is really nice. You got the shield there, which is a bit, well, bent. You got the sword and the axe at the back, and he does come with, well, the shoulder pads and his loincloth, well, skirt there, very nicely done. And hiding behind him is a base stand, very nicely done. Now at the back of the packaging itself, we've got a nice little image of the World War Hawk, and it does come with a lot of nice accessories there. Here we have a smaller write-up about World War Hawk. Here we have the rest of the lineup. We have Spider-Woman, Spider-Man 2099, and the modular armor Iron Man, which I already made a review of this. Here we have Commander Steve Rogers saying collect them all, each sold separately. And here we have the shield logo again. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the toy. Be right back. And we're back after removing the figure and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now let's take a look at the accessories here. We'll take a look at the base stand. It comes with a nice little Marvel Universe base stand with the word Marvel embedded on top. Now there's two pegs for the figure to stand on. Problem is you can only plug in one and not two at the same time because it's a bit too big. Imprinted on top of the base stand, there's the word Hawk, and next to it 003. Now at the back there, it's stated 2009 Hasbro trademark at 2010 Marvel made in China. Now Hawk here comes with a lot of accessories, which is a good thing. First we'll take a look at the shield. Now you'll notice the shield is all warped up thanks to the packaging itself, because everything is crammed inside. There's not a lot of room to breathe, especially for the shield itself. Now the shield is made of a brown plastic. Majority of items here is made of brown plastic. There's a clip-on here, as you can see, that clips onto the wrist of the figure. The spikes or rivets, because it's not sharp enough to become spikes, as you can see here, it looks more like rivets. The sides here are painted to, well, to make it look like it's metallic. Problem is a lot of the paint job has a lot of bleeding. There's bleeding here, here as well. Also the edges of the entire shield, this kind of edges, are not painted at all. Really sloppy job. But there's a lot of detail sculpt here, even to the shield itself. You can see this is supposed to be a wooden shield. You can see the wooden planks there, all the parts there, and all the wooden lines, and you can see the scarring of the damage of the shield itself. Very nicely done. I really love this. It's a pity that they don't bother to, well, to finally paint on this, because they are really absolutely great stuff. Next we have the sword. Same thing, brown plastic material, and the blade and the hilt and the bottom section here is painted, and you can see all the damages that this sword actually received. Very, very nicely done. I really love this. This is all weathered down sword, which fits nicely onto the back of the sword sheath. Very nicely done. Then we have the double axe. The entire handle is brown plastic, but the axe also is, well, has some weather effect as well. A lot of scarring to the axe itself. Very nicely done. Now the problem with these two weapons is that despite that it looks awesome and lacking of finer detail of paint job, the handles are too small. As you can see, Hulk's hands is, the gap here is rather big. By putting the sword, he is flailing it around. By putting the battle axe like so, it just slides all the way down, which is kind of disappointing. Now for the battle axe, there's no way for you to store it. You can slip it at the back of the belt itself when he's wearing this. And speaking of this, the entire thing here, the only paint job is this section. The entire thing is just brown plastic. Really lazy for Hasbro. There's a lot of nice details there. As you can see, all the wrappings, the belt itself, very nicely done. However, this paint job is very well done. It looks like it's rusted metal. And for the sculpt of it, there's a lot of cracks, a lot of bumps, or a lot of scarring. Very nicely done. And for him to wear this, there's no button, of course. You can actually slide this quite easily with no frustrations at all. There you go, that is done. You can pull it out quite easily as well. Most easiest accessory to wear on a figure ever. Two more items that cannot be removed from a figure would be the wrist part here, which is the spikes are all painted. The entire thing is also brown plastic. The loincloth, the belt, and the loincloth is nicely done, but not well painted. Not a lot of details. Even the rings at the side is supposed to be painted in sort of like a bronze color, or gold. And the back there, that's not painted at all. The belt buckle is painted, and the rivets are painted, and that's all the paint job you're gonna get. There's no way for you to remove this as well, as you can see. Now for the figure's paint job, majority of the green that you see is the color of the plastic. However, there's a lot of shading going on for the figure itself. As you can see, there's a lot of nice detail with the shading. You can actually see the details of the muscles, the abs there, the man boobs, the veins are popping out, really nice. All the shading of the entire body's paint job is very nicely done. The crown is painted in silver, as you can see. Hair is painted in green, dark green. Eyes is painted as well, very nice. Now the entire thing here, the entire armored, banded armored arm here is also painted. As you can see, this is the actual color of the paint of the plastic itself. This entire thing is painted to look like it's rusted and worn. Very nicely done. Love the paint job. Very nice. All the strappings here are all painted in brown. All the rivets are painted, but the edges are not well painted, as you can see there. A bit of green at the edges there, but still very nice. Bottom of the sandals are painted in brown. For the figure sculpt, it is absolutely amazing. I really love this. The entire body sculpt is all new. All new. All the muscle details being shown onto the Hulk is spectacular. I really love the armor part here. Very nicely done. Especially on the fingers here. They're all equipped with the spikes. Very nice. Very nice detailed stuff. Even the veins popping out here. Face sculpt is also very nicely done. Looks royally pissed for a Hulk, as you can see. I really love this. It's very small ears, and the bands, as you can see, very nice sculpt, very detailed stuff, especially on the feet here. All the toes, all the toenails are sculpted, even veins popping out from the bottom of the feet here at the ankles. Very nice. Let's do a size comparison. We have the World War Hulk, and we have Red Hulk. About similar height, but Red Hulk is way more, wider in size compared to the World War Hulk. Then we have the modular armor Iron Man, as you can see here. Very nice. Now let's take a look at the figure's articulation. Now the neck joint here is on a hinge ball joint, so you can move the head up like so, move all the way down like so, and left and right, all 360 degrees. Torso here can turn 360 degrees like so, very nicely done, and can move forward a little bit and back. It comes with a waist joint that turns 360 degrees. Shoulder joints here can turn 360 degrees like so, and lift the arms this far. Upper bicep here turns 360 degrees like so. Elbow joint bend this far, but this one's a bit looser as you can see here. Wrist joint turns 360 degrees. Now the hip joints goes forward, but it tends to twist the leg a little bit, just like any other larger figures, and go to the sides. Very nice. Screw tie that turns 360 degrees. Double jointed knee that only bends this far. An ankle joint that pivots down this far or up a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Now overall the figure alone is very impressive. He alone without the accessories looks very impressive. Now the accessories looks great. The problem is he can't even wield his own sword or wield the battle axe. The rest of the stuff is still alright. Just wish that they actually pay more attention to the paint details for the rest of the accessories. But alone, War Hawk here looks absolutely gorgeous. The articulation is way better than the old Hawk figures that were released a few years ago, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. But he is not as big as from the old Hawk figures that were released, of course. But he is absolutely well articulated, well sculpted, and the paint job is absolutely great. Well, for the most part. For the accessories, they are great, but they should have fine-tuned it more. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this, yes, it's a pity that he can't wield his own weapons, but alone he looks great. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this, I'll give it a nice 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10 for Hawk alone. But for the accessories, that's where the drawbacks are, or that's where the points were deducted from that. Otherwise, it would get a perfect 10 there. If the paint job and the accessories, if he can use his own swords and axe, he'll get a perfect 10. But too bad he can't. So 9 out of 10 for the World War Hawk. And I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.